So I believe we are on streaming. Hello to Pat, and if you watching from Salvador, and Carolyn from Mississauga, Lynn and Evelyn from Pennington, South Africa, and you, whoever you are, wherever you are. I see some people join the Facebook group, but they're not people who I have as friends on Facebook. So it'd be nice if you sort of introduce yourself and post any questions, experiences, whatever you like. That would be really nice. Someone has complained of a bit of background noise, and I've adjusted the settings on my computer, and I'm hoping that it's better now. Also, we've turned off the air conditioning and the refrigerator and other noise-making machines. Now we're going to turn off the mind. I'm reading again from his much beloved book, I Am That. Everybody must read this book. This is a marvelous, marvelous book. Do you agree, my darling?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, I was reading, somebody posted in the Nisargadatta Maharaj page that they had 3 copies of the book, and they mentioned, and it's my experience too, that they had underlined a bunch of things, and they got a new book and underlined different things. And I've started going through this book and noticing things I haven't underlined. And you can just underline the whole thing. So I just found this was kind of sweet here. This Nisargadatta, bless his heart, he loved to talk with people and argue with them and engage with them. And he's quite different from Ramana Maharshi, who was mostly silent, and people had to sort of drag words out of him. And he sort of taught in silence just by his gaze. But Nisargadatta, because he seemed to be besieged by legions of college upstarts who must not have been listening to the answers, because you don't really need a whole book. You can just read a paragraph, and then that's enough to occupy you for a decade or so. Anyway, it's really cool that we have all these questions and answers. So I invariably open up something I like to read, and then I just leaf through it and I find something else. But I want to see this little statement. It's very sweet. Some questioner asks, if the real is beyond words and mind, why do we talk so much about it? He says, for the joy of it, of course. The real is bliss supreme. Even to talk of it is happiness. And I must say that's my experience. Like when I'm chatting with friends about this, when we just engage in this subject, afterwards I think there isn't anything more valuable to discuss. Maybe some of our words about it are kind of silly and don't go very far, but it's the only subject really worth discussing. To engage on that level is to have a real sense of community and unity.
Mm.
So I'm not going to read what I marked, I'm going to read something else. This is an answer to some question. Oh yes, here's the question. The questioner says, all and sundry are urging me to meditate. I find no zest in meditation, but I'm interested and many other things. Some I want very much and my mind goes to them. My attempts at meditation are so half-hearted. What am I to do? Maharaj, ask yourself to whom it all happens. Use everything as an opportunity to go within. Light your way by burning up obstacles in the intensity of awareness. When you happen to desire or fear, it is not the desire or fear that are wrong and must go, but the person who desires and fears. So let me read that again, it's really cool. When you happen to desire or fear, it is not the desire or fear that are wrong and they must go, but the person who desires and fears must go. There's no point in fighting desires and fears, which may be perfectly natural and justified. It is the person who is swayed by them that is the cause of mistakes, past and future. This person should be carefully examined and his falseness seen. Then his power over you will end. After all, it subsides each time you go to sleep. In deep sleep, you are not a self-conscious person, yet you are alive. When you are alive and conscious, but no longer self-conscious, you are not a person anymore. During the waking hours, you are as if on the stage playing a role. But what are you when the play is over? You are what you are. What you were before the play began, and you remain when it is over. Look at yourself as performing on the stage of life. The performance may be splendid or clumsy, but you are not in it. You merely watch it, with interest and sympathy, of course, but keeping in mind all the time that you are only watching while the play, life, is going on. Questioner says, you're always stressing the cognition aspect of reality. You hardly ever mention affection, and will never. Maharaj, will, affection, bliss, striving, and enjoying are so deeply tainted with the personal that they cannot be trusted. The clarification and purification needed at the very start of the journey, only awareness can give. Love and will shall have their turn, but the ground must be prepared. The sun of awareness must rise first. All else will follow. So let's put the monkey mind to sleep. Relax the body. Feel the electrical currents in the body. Tingling. The face, hands. Hear the sound current, like a distant bell. You might hear high frequency noises, rumbling. There are many sounds. The next most subtle is vision. What is it that you see with eyes closed? still see, which means that the power to the seeing is something within. Now reach back and back. What is it that sees? Rest in that. Of course, the mind will revolt to being held in check. Just reach back and watch like an impartial witness. You see, but do not engage. Impartial is the key. See all that is going on. All the travelings of the mind and its thoughts. As stated, all that happens is an opportunity to focus on to whom it happens. What is it that sees? We enjoy the play from our seat. No running up on stage to get immersed in it. Enjoy the show. The show here is the activity of the mind, sensations, sounds, sights, reach back and back. Whatever we see presupposes a seer. What is that which is aware? Even I am is a thought, albeit a special one. It is close to the bone. Relax deeper and deeper. It takes no effort to be what we are. This is not a doing. But like a watching. the sensations in the body. Who feels them? See light? What is aware of this light? How is it that I hear that I cognize? What am I before I picked up and played with this body? Was programmed with all these thoughts, identity. Whatever arises, I cannot be. There's the subject and the object. Upon what am I painted? Survey the body and mind. Note breathing is slower. Body may feel frozen. It's a sign of yoga nidra or yoga sleep. But we are inwardly poised. Focused. The essence of awareness. Life. These are all approximations, of course. The real self can never be an object of knowing. But neither can we not be it.
are already that. And like the book says, the ultimate statement is, I am that. Or he says, I am that by means of which I know that I am. Survey the body and mind. Watch the meditator even. minute, no thinking, no labeling, no language, no following. Just tabula rasa. No mind. Fake it. Fake it. One more minute. An important step is not doing. The sages say we are never the doer, whatever could they mean. whatever sensation, whatever thought, whatever notion arises. Ask, to whom does this arise? It will try to take you away. Resist. Resist by just watching. Bemusedly. Laugh and cry at a play. But inwardly you know it is a play. You laugh and cry. You may be happy and you may be sad. But up is up. Down is down. And that which is never touched. Is the sun affected by night and day? Watch yourself. Survey the body and mind in this state. Every time you sit, it becomes easier and easier to reach back and back and rest in the I am. Om Triambakam Jamahe Sikandam Pushtivartanam Murvarkamila Bandhanam Mitor Mukshiyamamritat Swaha. Om Triambakam Jamahe Sikandam Pushtivartanam Urvarkamila Bandhanan Mitor Mukshiyamamritat Swaha. Om Triambakam Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivartanam Urvarkamila Bandhanan Mitor Mukshiyamamritat Swaha. Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om. I'm amazed that I said fake it. I'm thinking now that how this
TED Talk by Amy Cuddy. So if you have a chance, folks, check this TED Talk out by Amy Cuddy, C-U-D-D-Y. And it makes some quite interesting points. It's not meditation exactly, but shows the power of modeling and points to our innate power. So folks, if you enjoyed this or know, please post something on the Facebook page, and if you note any noise, there was some hissing on the computer, and I think I've changed something. I think I fixed it. Hope so. So, and about I say that on the page that there's no jargon used, and I do the Sanskrit chant just because I've done it for so long, and like my guru said, interesting that it doesn't, Sanskrit doesn't need thought, and so it doesn't interfere, and for me it evokes something, and it's precious, and everybody has something like this. So I see you, Anand. Have a wonderful time.